the partner 465. Some tips when changing fuel line and the pulse line. This is the pulse line, and you don't really need to take apart the back handle and loosen the intake rubber here, which is very delicate, and you need to be very careful with it so you don't get any hole in it and anything like that. But that just be in place there. You need a tool like this, and then you just put the pulse line through the hole down there beside the electrical wires for the stop switch, and then you easily access it on this side with this tool. Take it out a little, and you put the metal clamp, which is a small one there. This clamp you put on the fuel line, or the pulse line in this case. It's the same size line as in the fuel line. The fuel line is going down there, and the breather is going down there. The fuel tank breather with a duct valve. Looks like this. This is the old duct valve. I used the old one. Seems to be okay. It's a one-way valve. Duct principle. It's open when you breathe this way. Air in, but not out. So with this clamp, you take out the fuel, the pulse line, and you put on the metal clamp, which is you can see it, just about see it down there, and you hook the pulse line on the connection which coming out from the lower part of the chamber under the cylinder to make pressure to the carburetor. This one don't have a pulse hole in the intake. It has a separate connection to the carburetor, and then you gently are able to push the metal clamp on top of the fuel line into the tube where it's attached. I don't know, I think you understand. Very easy to do this without taking apart the back handle section. You don't need to. Well, I starting to loosen it. I thought I had to take off the back part, so I put this nut back. So didn't have to do that, not at all. Here is the carburetor. Need to be, the pulse line need to go into that one, and the fuel line into that one. This is the montage screws. They go like this into there. And there is a nut on behind there, and that was spinning around, so I take a 10 wrench and block it, because the mounting into this is plastic back handle, and it's alu magnesium casing for the crankcase. Very good chainsaw, but the back handle here is the fuel tank is plastic, and it's spinning around that rod or that nut on the behind side. But it was very hard to loosen this, and in the end the nut behind here started spinning around, but I think I will manage it anyway. by holding this branch on beside there. What I'm going to do next, I think I'm going to about this length here. I think that will be okay. Take the scissor, take off that, use this as a fuel line and a breather line. So I put the breather on behind here to guide it up the hole, the breathing hole here. How to do that? Well, I make it a guiding spear here, so I use the scissor and try to aim for the hole. That might be a little difficult. Have to do that because this one will not go down like this. It will be jammed with the breather line, so you have to take it this way. Try to be lucky. Difficult to see in the light here, maybe difficult to hear too because of the windy weather. I see something there. Yeah, there it came. Put my finger on behind here, try to pressure it up. There, I think I got it. Can test it. Yeah. We say this is okay. Put a screw down there maybe. No, I don't put anything down there, but you could put something. I will see if I find something later on. And then it's the fuel line. I use the same guiding principle. Take it this way. You could put some two-stroke oil in this hole to make it more. It slides more easy, but maybe I don't have to do that. Yeah, I can do that. I have some two-stroke oil here. Put a little bit down there. I think this is the right size fuel line. It's maybe a 3.5 millimeter outer diameter, maybe 4.5. Not really sure. Try to pressure it down. There, I got it. There it came through. New line is very solid. Take some stretching, no problem. Is that long enough? I give it a centimeter more. Here too, you could put some two-stroke oil on it. more easy to glide on. Yeah, will be a nice filter. Make sure it's laying good on the ground, going down on the fuel tank. I shorten this a little bit. It's not laying now, it is kind of standing up, and that I don't want that. I want it to lay down in a nice curve and stable curve. It's not exactly where I want it now, so I go find my steel rod. I hope the wind doesn't disturb the sound too much here. This is the steel rod. I call it steel rod, piece of steel wire to hook on into here, the fuel line, bend it in the way I want it. Now it's laying exactly where I want it, stable on the ground and a nice curve. Then it is the carburetor. Looks like it's this way. Hook on the throttle. Throttle governor. See if I can do that. I need to find the right way. This is the throttle governor. I maybe try to hook on the choke. That was wrong. Is that the perfect length? A little bit too long. Guess that's perfect. Need to remember the rubber here on the side. Which way? Guess this way. Okay. Now it's just to aim this thing and the choke rod. Maybe I take that on the same time. Put it in the hole there, easy. Pushing it toward the gasket. Guess this way must be correct. Hope so. So, need to aim a little, try to find a hole. I think I found it there. And the next one. There is the next one. In with it, this here. Wiggle a little, try to find the threads. I actually found it. And there is something like this. Should this be on top of this? Now I'm a little confused. Yeah, this must be on here. So a little mistake here. Blunder. I think it must be like this. Again, find the threads very easy on this one. Easy chainsaw to work on. Fuel line. I can take it out 1 millimeter, 2 millimeters. There. Get it really good in. Now I think it's very good mounted. Then it's just to, okay, it's sinking a little more. Oh my, oh my. I even need more millimeters here. I think that will be okay. Hope so. Nut behind there, it didn't spin yet, but it did spin when I took it out. And this one did not spin behind here. There is a nut there. I hope this is correct. Yeah. I think this is the way it's done. And I want to give it even 1 more millimeter more. There, I think it's a nice loop. Take a last check inside here. Yeah, it looks okay. Still the filter inside there laying flat. Tightening this. I feel the moment with my hands and experience. Not too much, not too little. And I do it a little bit, not only on one side, but a little bit on this side and a little bit on the other side. Until I feel it is in the bottom. There, I feel I have it. Some chainsaws, if you over tighten this, you can damage on the other side. It's the weak construction, it starts to spin around, and cheaper, more new partners, you can do that. And this behind here, the plate there, the rods start to spinning because it's made in plastic and you tighten it too much, and then you basically need to buy a new one or need to do a repair on the intake plate. Now I pretty much think I've got it. Fuel cap on. Became very clean and nice, the chainsaw. As I said, a very good chainsaw. It's the same as the Poulan 2700, I think, or 3000. Exactly the same chainsaw. Very good stuff, about 49 cc, I guess. 465. and you have a 495, which is a professional one, slightly bigger piston and cylinder, or it's the porting inside who is different, but it's a little other construction. I have both. This I do for a family member. We made a trade. I got a stove from him, and I offered to renovate his chainsaw, and the fuel lines and the pulse line, everything was in need of change, because it was hard and very outdated. Stiff, fall into pieces, break off there. The old one, you see here, very bad. Just the right moment to renovate the chainsaw. They become stiff and old and useless, and before you know it, it's hole in them and the chainsaw doesn't work. And some repair the chainsaws, some put them into garbage. Well, then it's just to put the chainsaw together. So let's start with the handle, I think. Why not? The best way to do that, what could that be? It's not that easy to figure out these things. It's actually the wrong way. This must be the right way. Looks like that. Certainly I need to have the interest to do these things, but then again, pretty satisfying when you are finished. I don't bother to use drill now, I just use manual screwing. Manual screwing. So I need to lift it kind of, keep it in the air so the handle don't bend ways I don't want it to bend. When I enter the screws, and the chainsaw has been thoroughly cleaned, so it will become optimal also looking, but also very good with renovated carburetor and a new pulse line and fuel line and new filter. I think it is fair to say that the chainsaw has got service, a thorough service. I actually think I need another tool. This flat screwdriver did really good on that star screw. Surprised me very much. That's good enough. There's a lot of life left in this chainsaw. I'm pretty sure of that. Looks pretty good. Four screws for the cylinder cover. I think it is Torx 25. Function very good on those screws. A chainsaw that deserves a rebuild or a renovating service. Look at this nice decal. Starter cover, make sure, no, there is no baffle on this. This has the other patent. It has a patent like this. And now I have cleaned it. If you have cleaned it, make sure the baffles moving back and forward with easy. This one it need a little lubrication, and this does not have baffles on the flywheel. It has this going grips here that enters into the center of the flywheel. And they should be spring tensioned, and they should go out and back easy. This one is not moving complete easy now after cleaning. See if this lubrication helps. If not, you can loosen that a little bit. The center screw, but I think it's good enough now. I think this is working okay. But that's a little thing to have some attention on. You know, to make a chainsaw, it's looking nice. It's almost too nice to be used, but it is a tool, and eventually it will become dirty and not looking so good when you use it for your firewood or cleaning around the house. Of course, a professional engine is looking like tool should look worn and torn and dirty after some time, but it's very easy to clean and airbrush off the sawdust around the clutch and around, especially around the brakes. Make that clean with airbrushing, which we have today in modern society. So it's very easy, and that's important to clean out those things to prevent excessive heat and build up of heat that is a killer for the chainsaw and many of the moving parts, the bearings or the brake overheated, and the brake will eventually burn off. The bearings in the clutch or any place in the chainsaw, it's not good. Excessive heat because of sawdust and saw oil and dirt and shit. So again, it's very easy to brush it and keep it clean after use. Then you have a chainsaw that is lasting for a very long time, and that's the smart way of maintaining and using your saw. And I go find the bar, but first I need to clean it a little, ordinary maintenance, and then it starts to look like a chainsaw. Well, then I try to be a little smart guy, and I put a little electro connector through the tank ventilator, the breather, so this will not be jammed by sawdust over the time. The air will pass through, but the sawdust will not come through there. Well, then that's done. First time I use this electrical connector for this. Work like some kind of filtration for the sawdust. Filter cover on, or maybe I should not put it on yet, because the carburetor now is completely empty and it could be air bubbles in it, and I'm going to try to start it now after rebuild, and then I can help the carburetor a little bit to jump start the chainsaw before it gets fuel. And this is transparent fuel line, so you can see when the fuel is sucked up and coming up. So I want to give it a little help by putting a droplet of fuel directly on the filter. So I wait to put the filter cover on.